How often do you guys in relationship feel like you should have sex weekly in order to keep a healthy relationship?
That's a good question. I think it.
And that could be.
I think it depends. Yeah, I think it depends. I think it depends. For me, the number is like 3 to 4 times a week.
Okay.
But I think it should be based off of like your partner should never feel like you're not attracted to them.
Right. What about you, Kelby?
I feel like
let's say y'all live together. How many times a week?
Like your wife.
Oh, my wife.
Oh,
Yeah.
Girlfriend.
He don't live with his girlfriend.
I have two answers to that.
Oh. Okay,
yeah. Because I wouldn't live with a girl until I get married with her. No.
What?
I wouldn't.
So you would fuck her but not live with her?
I don't have to either. I don't have to. The relationships I've had that's the most nearest to me, that are the most important to me, I never slept with them.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, so where does sex rank on your list of priority in a relationship? Is it like top 3?
I would say once it's introduced, it's gonna be top 3. But if it doesn't, if it's not a part of the relationship, and I've been in celibate relationships and it's been totally fine,
right?
And I'm kind of a chameleon. Like I can.
So
match
what's
whatever.
the difference between like a roommate and like a celibate relationship?
Tobias is like me. Hey, Tobias, usually this is my lane. I appreciate you.
I can't, but I want to be that person because maybe I'm trashy.
Tobias, you know how hard, how much I get eaten alive on this show for having that kind of question and being like exclusive dating, like all that kind of stuff. I'm like, what's the difference between? Go ahead, King.
I don't know.
Go ahead, King. Nah, that was a great question.
Well, okay.
Yeah, what is the difference?
What's the difference between what?
No,
like,
just kidding.
Just being a roommate and then a celibate relationship. Like, what
they be making out.
Fulfillment? Okay.
They be cuddling. They be naked together.
And how do you stop it from
you don't
progressing?
gotta be naked together.
I'm just saying.
How do you stop it from progressing to sex?
Well,
discipline.
Well, I feel like we have that conversation early on. Like it's always told to me early, and so long as I'm told what we're doing, I can participate.
Now, would you continue to be like doing your thing on the side while you're while dating?
Black men don't cheat.
No, I'm not saying they cheat. Well, there's dating.
Right.
Not together.
We're dating, so we're not together.
Because I know people who will be like, I don't want to sleep with this person right now, but they still fucking, but they keeping it cute over here until they make it official.
You know what? I can't do that. I have a very hard time talking to two people at the same time. It's very hard.
No, I didn't say talking to. I said fucking over here.
No, I can't. I can't. I my conscience gets to me. Like I just can't do that.
Same.
Lies. Yo, Tobias, come on. Are we gonna keep it on real or we not gonna keep it on real?
If I'm dating you,
you don't gotta sit here and say other people. Like we talking about, this is Tavares law.
No, for real. I can only concentrate on one person at a time. If I'm dating you,
so you can have mindless sex. You ain't gonna be concentrated on.
But I don't date much. So I'm either sticking and moving or we together. What's funny?
The fact that you try to play this like dainty, I'm traditional, all this kind of stuff. There ain't nothing traditional about what you just said.
No, if I like you, I like you, and if we're dating, we're dating.
Right.
But if we fucking or not fucking, then we just fucking. And I know that made sense to you.
I love it. What about for you? So from perspective in a gay relationship, how do you feel like? How many times a week?
I want to touch every day.
Once.
At least. If we live together too, you can't be my man and not touch me. What's your problem? What happened? You acting funny tonight? Every day.
But you do feel like why? Like why do you feel like you need that every day? Now
it's just part of going to sleep. I'm like, we done both just got out the shower, we in the bed, like bitch. What happened?
So I have a question. So I know for couples, usually it's not necessarily about they don't want to have it. It's more just like schedules, like energy levels, because they're dealing with, daily life, kids, maybe all this kind of stuff. So it's not necessarily about like I'm not attracted to you type thing. It's more of like energy type.
But
of
thing. I think it's important to get with somebody who matches your sex drive. That's very important because you can't be with somebody who's like a morning person and somebody who's like a nocturnal. Like you got to be on the same kind of like pattern with everything. I feel like.
So the reason why I ask is because most of my gay friends, they love talking about their sexual experiences and their relationships and all that kind of stuff. And they're mostly along the same lines as you.
As far as what?
Sex every day, all the time, as much as possible.
Because men are animals. I mean, it's like we're visual. You got to feel it.
But so you would feel like if a guy, let's say it was 3-4 times a week, you would feel some type of way that maybe he's not attracted to me.
I've never had it. I can't. I don't. They can't keep their hands off me.
Excuse me.
And I'm not keeping mine off you.
Excuse me.
So,
have you ever dated someone that had like was very, let's say, career oriented, where they were putting in like 80 to 100 hours a week? Same thing though. They had the time to come back, have the energy to.
I dated one person like that, and they were someone who they were very sexual, but if they had a lot on their mind, they couldn't perform. Mm-hmm. So
they would try.
And
so it's the effort that counted.
No,
that relation didn't last too long.
That was an issue at the beginning. Because I'd be like, well, now why your dick don't work? I mean, and not to be rude, but like, hell, you need to meditate, or because so he would like, if he drank too much, he couldn't perform, and then if he had a lot of stress, he would like he couldn't perform, and I'm like, well, you got to figure this shit out.
So where would you rank sex as far as like all the other attributes you just mentioned?
Top 2.
What's one?
I don't know.
You just wanted to be nice and say top 2, but it's really one, and a distant second is everything else.
Sex is very important. It's very important.
Do you feel like you could be with someone who treats you different than you've ever been treated before?
That's the goal.
Well,
let me finish.
Okay.
Treat you better than you've ever been treated before.
And don't want to fuck.
Not don't want to fuck, but the sex isn't as good as.
No.
So even if
I dated
gay,
one. I dated a guy. I dated a guy. I already got in trouble about this bullshit. I dated a guy one time who literally nicest guy ever. I mean, was my type physically. Just like he had me mentally, like he was great, but he was very inexperienced in sex. And hold on, and I could have dealt with that with him, but he was very insecure about my podcast that I had where I talk about sex.
Yeah.
And then he would always compare his sex to the sex that I've had previously. So he made it an issue.
Gotcha.
I could have handled it with him, but it's like, you're not going to nag me and have bad sex. So, bitch, shut up.
I'm talking about someone who, because it seems like, so I guess on the flip side, let's say somebody, the sex is great.
Okay.
But
they ain't shit. That's always how it is.
So
good niggas never touched a good nigga.
Hey, that's a bar.
Yeah,
it really is.
That's a bar. But that's only in the gay world, not the straight world.
In our world.
Because in the straight world,
I've heard my homegirl say the same thing.
Look, they be dealing with the wrong people.
I think we all dealing with the wrong people.
But I could tell you, I think a lot of it has to do with the way you look at things.
Because so I'm the problem.
A little bit. So hey, you the common. Hey, look, in all of your relationships, who's the common denominator?
No, I definitely think my picker is off.
So here's what I look at, because I'm trying to find a wife now.
Okay.
Right.
Same.
But I've had my fuckboy phases.
Yeah.
So I know like what I was looking at in relationships was more chemistry, physical attraction, all that kind of stuff, without really valuing what it really takes to have a long-term healthy marriage and relationship. I put sex way, way high up. It is still high,
right?
But I think that ultimately the type of person, the way they treat you, the way, if your values and morals align, your visions on how you want your life to be aligned, that stuff actually is more important.
I believe you can have it all. I'm not going to say there's a way with the way that I think, but I'll say this. Any relationship that I've ever been in has been like an instant connection, and we like
chemistry on fire
off top.
Okay,
but I don't know how I would be able to respond if it was a slow burn. I find that's more with like
you gotta
men and women, because you find a lot of women who be like, when I met him, I ain't like him, I couldn't stand him, and I grew to love him.
Yeah,
I feel like with two guys, it don't work like that. It's like,
what if you took sex out of it?
No.
Like you said, we not gonna, no. What I'm saying is you don't have sex until you.
No.
See, that's what I'm saying. Then, because I don't know about in the gay world, but
Then we roommates.
But what I'm saying is,
That's not true, though.
No.
Nah, that's not true.
do you agree that when sex happens, especially if it happens early, Kelby, it changes the dynamic?
Oh,
of
it
the
does.
relationship?
Absolutely. Let me tell you.
So you can't get to know somebody necessarily the same way as if there was no sex involved. Because I think sometimes once you've had sex with somebody, you just are like, I've already had sex, so I have to continue to have sex.
I've definitely met people who I knew that they were my type before we even had sex, and I would purposely avoid sex because I'm like, if this is good, I'm gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
So I would avoid it for my own sanity.
But why wouldn't you do that same thing in when you're trying to look for a very serious relationship?
I thought y'all liked me. Why would y'all invite me on here to antagonize me?
It's therapy. It's therapy. It's getting too deep for tomorrow. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! There was a trigger point. There was a trigger point. I apologize.
No, it's fine.
We'll keep it going. We'll change the subject. Go ahead, Kelby.
You don't have to. It don't got to be a roommate.
It's a roommate. Well, if we ain't fucking, what we doing? Unless you with somebody out of lifestyle and you like the life more than you value the other stuff, which that happens often too. Or
But
you need
that's
help
what I
paying the
mean.
bills.
That's homosexuals is a very big
That's
thing.
a real
right
thing.
Now. It's a very big thing. Right now.
I'm in the words of my mom. You gonna pay on the front end and the back end. You paying an ass, gas, or cash.
Ooh.
Nothing is free. So if you stand with me, we fucking.
Come on.
I don't want no roommate.
That's why I don't need to stay with anybody.
I don't think I would live with somebody if it
love
wasn't
living with
sexual.
my guy.
I don't think I'd live with somebody if it wasn't sexual.
No.
That'd be too weird.
Yeah. No, it's not weird. It's like at this age, I don't. What we doing?
I don't even have roommates. I can't live with anybody. So the only person that's moving in is
Period.
someone that I'm getting all of my needs met.
Daily.
All right, you said every day.
Every day. Something sexual.
Something.
Yeah.
Something. It
It's
don't
gonna be head. It ain't gotta be full out.
What if just kiss?
No, that's not sexual. That's a kiss. Bitch, good morning. like,
So you need a nut
yes.
every day.
Yes, absolutely.
And not on your own.
Not on my own.
Okay, I asked that because isn't there different forms of intimacy for you?
Yeah. Touch it.
He said hug. He said head.
No,
he said
no.
hand job. He said
No, intimacy happens throughout the day. Text messages, just checking on you. You know what I'm saying? How's your day going? Like, that's intimacy. Then we get home. You greet me. You kiss me when you come in the house. You know what I'm saying?
Have you met somebody that doesn't look at sex the same way as you?
That I've been with? Like,
Just in general, like, do you feel like this is normal in the
oh, I meet people with different opinions all the time. We ain't together.
Okay. So this is specific to you.
It's specific to me.
Gotcha.
I know people.
This is what you want.
This is what I want.
All right.
Yeah.
And you should never feel afraid to
Yeah.
voice what you want.
Absolutely.
Because that's ultimately,
That's the only way you're gonna be happy.
that's it. You shouldn't have to change what you want.
No.
Unless
can
you're not
adjust.
unless you're not worthy of what you want.
Well, true.
Right? That's a deeper conversation, right? All these girls that be over here, I need a 6 foot, making 500,000
Right.
with 3 baby daddies
I mean, sometimes baby daddies happen by accident.
with looking like not snatched.
Thrice though?
Huh?
3 times?
Yeah.
3 accidents?
If I was thinking about this the other day. If I was able to have kids, I would have a 14-year-old, a 4-year-old, and I'd probably be pregnant now. But multiple.
Wait, can you?
So that's how you be like, you be a nigga and you love him,
How'd
you
you
want to
make
give him
these
a baby.
calculations?
Well, because my first love, he had me stupid, so I'd have a teenager right now.
All right,
And then the guy that you just asked me about, as far as
nice guy,
the
but
career guy
yeah.
who couldn't perform here and there,
yeah.
I'd have gave him a baby because he rich now. And then I seen it then, and then I'm kind of dating now, and I kind of
Yeah.
like this guy, so I probably give him a baby.
And then there'd be just multiple
this
mistakes
gonna be
because you
my
said
husband.
multiple abortions, so you like.
But yeah, chop baby. You tricked me.
So everybody gave you everybody could have got a baby. You just
No,
chose to get
right.
you just chose to keep it with the 3. So there really ain't that much of a difference.
If I give you a baby,
It's not like they did it. They couldn't have had the baby. It's just like I chose not to keep these.
I'm giving you a present.
You only kept the 3,
Yeah.
but everybody could have got one.
No. Everybody couldn't.
No. Like everybody.
Term, no.
Tavares, you a wild boy, bro. Don't be about to bring the ladies up in here. Ain't no traditional lady thinking the way you think, Mr. Traditional Man.
Oh, Lord.
Ain't no traditional lady thinking that way. Every guy could have had a baby.
They done took them Plan Bs. Like Skittles.